no, of course, no worries.
Sorry? That's court one. Yeah, I know, but we just get it out of the way.
Do you want to need that one?
Just keep that one. I might need to swap your chairs to give Stu back his leg chair.
Oh, it's on? Oh. Hi, everyone, and welcome to... What game is this of today?
Game 49,
Game
the under-19 women Australian versus the under-19 women Republic of South Africa.
Yeah, this will be a really interesting game. So with this one here, we have RSA, the defending champs, against the Australia under-19 women. So they were fourth last Worlds, I believe.
Sixth.
Sixth? Oh, never mind.
But they have the home advantage.
They do have the home advantage, and the team this year is really... They're very
They're
strong
looking
team.
very strong.
Yeah.
I would say they are definitely up in the running for a medal position, these girls.
Yeah, Chris Wemman and Chris Cleaver have really whipped them into shape, so against the odds.
Right, so Elise, you have played with these girls a bit, and you were with them in Spain.
I was.
Who should we be watching out for here? Who's a bit of a hot number?
I reckon we definitely watch out for Natalie Irondale. So she is she's the captain of the team, and fantastic on the strike. So very, very strong, very fast. And those arms, my God.
Those arms.
Those arms. She does know how to move.
She is quite long, our Nat.
She's quite long. Oh, here we go.
Right, we are on in 7 seconds now.
4, 3, 2. Very strong start from both those teams. Watch this one, babe. And I believe Australia on the puck first.
That's a win for Australia, off the front there.
A lot of bodies down there, which is what you want, especially right in the beginning there. Bit of a drive looking... Oh, yeah, it looks like Australia's got a bit of a drive on. But RSA wants to push it to the walls. They're very strong on the walls.
We're taking that into the corner now, and we'll see how South Africa is defending this one.
There's a couple bodies on the surface. Not what we want this early on, but...
That's nice numbers from Australia on the bottom. Good to see not too many white caps up there.
Looks like they're having a bit of a tough time in the corner, but hopefully the back, Maggie Biffin, if she is in there, will be able to get that one out.
Yeah, and what we'd like to see here is Australia bringing it out and around rather than bashing it up on the back wall.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that corner too long. It can get pretty hot and heavy in there.
Oh, Elise.
Oh, Romy, we have fun.
We have fun.
We have fun.
Excellent, and that puck is just still sitting there in the
Yeah,
corner.
looks like it's not moving a whole lot, is it? So both teams must be really giving it a red hot crack down there.
Yeah,
as
very-
Chris Wemman would say.
As Chris Wemman
As
would
Chris
say.
Wemman would say.
It is a fairly typical strategy of South Africa to keep it on the wall and just use their brute strength to bring it up along the wall.
Ooh, looks like there's a bit of a break, but it's still really... Oh, what have we got?
We've got a bit of obstruction there against Australia. The ref's bringing them back.
When it is that close in the wall, things, people do make mistakes, and it's very, very easy to foul.
It is easy to get your body in the way on the wall rather than just perhaps bring it out and around. The Australians might be looking to open it up a bit more here.
Now we're almost 2 minutes in, and not a whole lot of movement from the puck, unfortunately. It's just really sticking to those walls.
Yeah.
Both teams really wanting to get the first goal in and just get that mental advantage over the other teams.
And it is worth reminding you all that we can only see what you are seeing. So unfortunately can't pick up on every little bit of the play.
We've got some RSAs subbing out. Probably not the best time, but...
Yeah, and there it goes back into the corner.
They're really sticking to that wall, aren't they? With that, though, it is close to the RSA goals. So
Yeah, and it would just be great if Australia, the wings and maybe the halfbacks could open up a bit there.
Ooh, looks like we're getting a slight breakaway.
Yeah, that's looking a bit better. Oh, we're so close. Oh, but it looks like the refs have pulled that one
Refs
up.
pulled something up, but it looks like those backs and those forwards are really, really tight. So great.
That was a much better performance from Australia just then.
Fantastic performance from Australia.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they pulled them up for there. Possibly a bit more obstruction, perhaps some gloving.
Typical. As per.
Who do you think that would be?
Oh, probably...
Maggie
Yeah, I
Biffin?
was gonna say Maggie Biffin.
That sounds like a Maggie Biffin move.
Maggie Biffin. Call if I've ever heard one. Now they're back on onto it, Australia. Trying to get that first goal in.
In a good position there to bring it up straight through the centre corridor, but it looks like South Africa's pushed it back onto the wall.
Oh, and another.
Yeah, we've got the ref pulling up a bit of obstruction again there. But this time against South Africa, this could be a great opportunity for Australia to put it in that tray. Yeah.
Lots of numbers on the bottom from Australia, putting the pressure on.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see 6 Australian caps down there. And hopefully 6 South African caps as well for those watching from South Africa.
Now those girls trying to make a drive up the corridor, but doesn't look like they're going to get
Yeah.
through.
That's been put up again, and we've got a bit of barging against the Australians.
Jess Cohen, what are you doing?
Yeah, that looked like, who's Jess? Number 8, Jess Cowan. Little bit of obstruction there from her.
Yeah, one of the younger players we've got, but really, really strong, Jess.
It's great to have so many younger Australian women on the team.
Now RSA really making that drive for the wall, but does look like they're going to get there. Bit of a drive from Australia up the wall, what you want.
Looks like we're going back towards that corner now.
Yeah.
Back onto the wall where South Africa wanted.
It's really war game, this one, isn't it?
It often is with the Saffers. And, of course, that isn't great for the Australians, as they often like to play a more open style of hockey.
And nice work there from number 4, Nat Irondale.
And we've just had some chopping against number 8 for South Africa.
That was Helen.
Ellen Van Ryn, who is quite infamous for being very strong along the wall.
I believe this is her second world.
This is her 3rd Worlds. I first met Ellen in Hungary in 2013, and she just gets more strong, more of a huge force in the pool every time.
So yeah, some very experienced players on the South Africa under-19 women team.
Yeah, but of course there are some very experienced players on the under-19 Australian team as well. We've got Maggie Biffin, Natalie Iredale.
Yeah, so we've got some multiple worlds under the belts of those players.
We've got another pull up there from the ref. We've got some gloving against South Africa.
It is very easy to glove on these walls, so when you are making drive up those walls, the puck can just sometimes slip on there. But it looks like Australia's trying to make that drive. Don't know if
That was a great flick there from number 4. That was Natalie. Yeah, the captain. Yep, and they put it out into the centre there. That is a great place. Oh, no, it's gone back onto the wall there. And we've got a foul called up.
So it looks like it might be against Australia.
Against
South Africa.
Yep.
Here we go. Don't know what it's been called up for yet.
And of course, they'll have to watch out here because if they do keep fouling, they may risk getting a team warning. And then, of course, you'll have to send a player out.
Those Aussie girls definitely wanting to put the pressure on this close to the goals because it would be a major advantage to get the first goal of the game.
We've got a timeout for...
South timeout.
Yeah, that looks like a South African timeout. Good opportunity for the coach just to come and talk to his team.
And give the girls a bit of a breather, if anything else, as well.
Yeah.
They've been going for how long now?
We are about 5 minutes in, I think. 7 minutes in.
7 minutes in.
Yeah.
So yeah, those girls will be really... It's been a hard 7 minutes, looks like.
Yeah, we've had a strong start from Australia. The South Africans have been on the back foot a little bit, but they have been defending that puck beautifully. It'd just be great to see them coming down the wall a little more rather than just pushing it into the corner. But it is fantastic defence from South Africa. They should be pretty happy.
Very experienced team and the defending world champions, so it'll be definitely interesting to see how this game pans out. Quite a young team, Australia, but they've gone very well this comp, haven't they?
They have, and as I said earlier, I think they will be hot favourites for medal, which would be just wonderful for our younger girls.
We might get a sports bet up, we'll see. Now, a very strong drive from Australia, wanting to get that goal in early, but don't think the South Africans...
That's right on the lip there. Well defended from Ellen from South Africa. But it looks like the ref is going to call that up.
Yeah, those refs are not happy with something they've seen. What have they got?
Now, to me, that looked like it might have been a South African foul, but it seems the refs are going to be talking about this one.
Very close to those goals. People do get a bit angsty, so...
Now, the ref here seems to be saying that perhaps one of the Australians has come down. Yep.
So against Australia...
Now, I'd say that might have been an obstruction from one of the Australian girls as the South Africans tried to clear that one to the corner.
Can happen in these these games, especially when things are really, really tight,
Yeah.
really hard.
And both teams here looking desperate. Australia wanting to get that first goal sunk into the tray, and South Africa, of course, wanting to clear it.
Ooh, lovely flick there from one of the South Africa girls. Now the Australians trying to either get it out of that wall or stop their drive.
That was an
Great
excellent
flick from
steal from South Africa.
Yeah. Good flick from Maggie Biffin as well, the vice captain this year.
Yeah. Oh, we've just got South Africans doing their classic South African moves of bringing it down on the wall.
Yeah, very strong on the wall they are. And once they get a really good roll, it's quite hard to
Yeah,
stop.
and there we go. There is an obstruction foul against South Africa. That can often happen when you're on the wall and just pushing less technique and more just playing that war game.
Lots of brute force.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
Right.
ooh,
Nice flick there. Two minds thinking alike there, but it was an excellent flick.
Now those girls seem to be still really pushing for that first goal, but the refs are calling up a lot of fouls. Against Australia this time here. Looks
Yeah.
like it was for obstruction.
It was an obstruction foul just there. Or perhaps some barging.
Both teams really putting on the pressure. Lots of numbers down, which both coaches I'm sure will be happy to see. And neither team really getting on a drive.
Some nice defence from Australia on that wall. But good aggression from South Africa. And there we go. They brought it
Wow,
off.
South has, yeah, got a bit of a drive going on, but looks like number 7, Lily Ladd-McGovern's going to shut that one down.
Now, Lily is quite a fabulous player. First Worlds at just 13
13, yeah, quite
in
young.
Spain. Now 15, one of the more experienced girls on the team.
Looks like the Saffers are going to switch the puck, but
That might have been a foul there. Oh, and we're getting a kick out for a bit of unsportsmanlike behaviour. Now let's see who's got the
kicked out.
the classic dickhead symbol.
It looks
Now we don't seem to
like
know who's getting kicked out here. There's a bit of
one
a
of the
contention between the
Australians.
refs.
So, out we've got Jessica Cohen.
Yeah, that
This
would
is
be
her first
Jess.
Worlds, but she is a very strong player. But yeah, the Australian coaches will not be happy with this.
And of course that does mean now it is South Africa with 6 in versus Australia with just 5 in, and South Africa will be looking to capitalise on that as much as they can.
Now Leah McGovern and the captain Nat Arndale again trying to drive it up the wall, but the Australians held together with tape and just stopping that drive and trying to put the pressure on and kill the time before the other girl goes back in.
And of course they are quite close to the South African sub-bench here, so lots of fresh legs off the bench for South Africa.
At this point though, it really is anyone's game now. Great flick there from Ella Croft, her second Worlds. It's a very middle game though, with neither team really. Oh, looks like a bit of a drive from Australia. A big flick there from South Africans.
Australia looking to bring that through the centre. This could be a great opportunity for them to put that one in the tray.
Yeah, they really need to capitalise on this.
But
South
no,
Africa-
there we go.
Nice, lovely.
Great
flick there
clearance.
From, Sky Boshoff, I believe.
It may well be. It looked like a number
It could be.
number 5 that was. And again, some good driving down the wall. That was excellent
Really good
teamwork.
drive there from the South African. Yeah, they're really getting that roll, and the Australians wanting to put the pressure on, get the numbers down, and stop this and shut this one down.
And of course, the Australian forwards are needing to get back and do some stealing here to give their backs a bit of a break.
Now it looks like the Australians are getting in a bit of a pickle here, with South Africans getting dangerously close to the goal tray. Lots of numbers down, which is what we want to see from both teams. Now the refs
Looks like
called
there's-
something
yep.
up.
We've just got some chopping there against the
So
Australians.
the Australians right back against the wall, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Coaches will not be happy with this.
And
And Chris Wenman looks like calling a timeout.
That would be an Australian timeout. A good time to call it while they're on the back leg there. Just get a breath.
Yeah, so give the girls a tiny bit of a break and just a moment to, reevaluate the situation and see how they can try and avoid a goal here.
See Maggie Biffin there looking a bit short of breath. She'll need to work hard in the next minute to make sure this puck is cleared.
Both teams, though. What a cracker of a game this is.
What a cracker.
Wow.
An excellent start from both
Yeah.
teams. Some fantastic aggressive
Great.
movement from the
Very
Australians.
aggressive, yeah, so the Australians really wanting to get that drive on, but Saf is just either not letting them or being able to shut it down.
And some excellent work down the wall from the South Africans.
Yeah.
So strong on the wall.
South African backline. Oof.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
And of course, they are a very experienced team.
Very experienced team.
And have played. Many of them have played together for a very long time.
Which is
and
what you want in these games.
Yeah, it's exactly what you'd expect from a team who's played together for so long. Such excellent play.
Now both teams lots of numbers down, which is what you want to see. Now big flick there from the South Africans, wanting to get that drive in early. And very close, and Helen again taking it out.
Excellent curl there from Ellen. Oh, we've got a
What have
we've got a breaking foul there.
Breaking looks like maybe from
I'd say that would be from the
Yeah,
Australians.
I'd say the Australians. Refs may want to take a time out though, just to have a breather. Reffing is very hard. Thirsty work for these boys here.
We do have to thank our refs.
We do. They do a fantastic job.
They have to be qualified to come and participate in this tournament, and they are just fantastic. So it is great to have them all
some
here.
really world-class refs.
So we may laugh, but they are much appreciated.
Yeah, they are. Good on you, boys and girls.
And women.
And women. Now both teams trying to get down early. And Australia clearing it out. So great work in the back line there. Looks like probably a three-way rotation from the backs.
Yeah, and so what they're hoping here is just having one back in the corner at all times, keeping the puck safe, another one waiting to go, and another one on the surface just catching her breath. And it looks like it's paid off as the puck carries on down the wall. Unfortunately, we can't really get underwater shots here. It's just we can't see our cameras that far. The pool is just too murky.
The water is getting pretty murky day two, which
Yeah.
is not what you want to see. But great.
Oh, an
breakaway
excellent
there.
switch from the South Africans. Well intercepted by
And,
Australia.
yeah, Australia capitalising on that one there, taking up the ball.
And well stolen from Ellen. Taken. Oh, it's stolen again.
Yeah, a lot of stealing in this game, isn't there?
Looks like the South Africans take it safely back to the wall.
Both teams putting a lot of pressure on, though. At this point, though, it really is anyone's game.
Yeah, and with just 2 minutes to go in this half, both teams desperate to put a score on the board.
Now, it looks like the Australians are trying to get that in, but the South African backline just not letting them do it. Taking it out and back into the wall. Great work there between the backs and the forwards. Number 12, I
We've got
believe
a
that
foul
was.
called up there. Seems to be some
Against
gloving.
South Africans, probably. As both teams probably getting a little bit frustrated that we're almost finished with this half and no one has yet scored.
Yeah, and it's so tough without having any breaks at all for these players.
Yeah.
With South Africa right on the back foot there, they'll be desperate to clear it out. The Australians super keen to put that goal in the tray.
Now both teams quick down to the bottom, which is what you want to see. The Australians trying to drive that one in, but with that many numbers down, don't know if they'll be able to.
We've got a foul from the ref.
And the refs are not happy. Breaking from South Africa.
And right in front of their tray now. Such a fantastic opportunity for the Australians with just 49 seconds left.
Yeah, if they could score in the next 45 seconds, that would really...
That'd just
give
be
them
fantastic for the Australians. Of course, the South Africans are pretty keen to avoid that.
the defending world champions, though, they'll... Now both teams down on the down the floor. Pool bottom?
Pool bottom.
Pool bottom.
Pool bottom.
Now the South Africans probably trying to take it to the corner and just kill time for the next 20-ish seconds.
And we can see a quite nice example of that three-way rotation there as the South Africans popping up and down.
Yeah, probably just holding it against the wall, not letting the Australians score, which is a smart move by the South Africans.
Yeah.
Now with 5 seconds to go, it doesn't look like anyone's going to score this half.
And
there
that will
we
be
go.
time.
That is time. So
What our first half.
Wow, no one has scored.
I know. Such a close game. Both teams
Yeah,
so evenly
very-
matched.
Very intense game.
Yeah.
from both teams.
So what are your thoughts on the Australian team, Elise?
They have improved out of sight.
It's
in Spain.
incredibly impressive.
It is. So they didn't do as well as probably they would have wanted to, or as the coaches would have wanted in Spain. But it looks like all that training and hard work has paid off. So they are having a cracker of a comp.
And what do you think the two Chris's will be telling their team now during this halftime break?
The two Chris's are probably, well, Chris Webber for starters is probably telling all the girls to give it a good old Aussie crack, as he famously
As he
says,
would.
As he would. Whereas Chris Cleaver is probably reassuring the girls that, in their potential, and they can beat these girls.
Excellent. And they are two fantastic coaches working together very well.
The South Africans, though, what are your thoughts on the team this year, Romy?
Well, it's interesting. They are coming as the defending champions, but in this tournament, it seems that anything goes. All four divisions have been shaken up quite a lot, more than we might have expected.
Well,
Certainly,
the South Africans have come a long way to be here.
they have, and it's very impressive that all these teams can get so far to be in our small
So it could
town
be,
of Hobart.
It is. It's very humbling to have everyone down
Yeah,
here.
it is wonderful to see so many people, so many colours and faces
It is.
at our humble Dune Aquatic Centre, and we do thank them for their support during this tournament.
We do.
We're very lucky here to have a custom-built underwater hockey pool. You can see the tiles on the bottom of the pool, indicating the 6-metre D and the 10-metre D.
Now both teams looking to have a rest in this between this first half. The South African coach giving his girls a bit of a pep talk, reassuring them in their ability. They look a little bit knackered, as do the Australians, but it has been a very intense first half.
And of course, both teams playing in the double round robin. They will have to face up against each other again after today. So I suppose in some ways this is just a bit of a trial run for both teams, and they'll hope to clash against each other sometime in the coming days.
So who was out first? It was Jess, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had Jess kicked out for 1 minute for a bit of unsportsmanlike behaviour. Not sure what she did there. She might have flicked someone, might have accidentally given someone a bit of a nudge.
You would.
Yeah.
With both teams though playing fairly clean this game.
Got a nice little visual there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I might ask them where they got that.
Oh, well, the South Africans have been calling themselves the Sharks.
Have they?
Bit less cuddly than perhaps the Dolphins or the Seahorses.
Oh, what a lovely observation, Romy. Well done.
All right.
All right, now 2 seconds to go.
And we'll see who wins the second strike of this game.
Yeah. Is it one of the South African girls really late to get in there? Could be her mask or some of her equipment, but both teams, lots of numbers on the bottom, so.
Yeah, and excellent to see the Aussies just so flat on the bottom there.
The South Africans, though, driving them down to the wall, but the Australians seem to be making some ground.
Yeah, going straight back into that safe corner.
Yeah, the Australians do tend to play a very wall game, so playing on the corridors and walls, but South Africans are ferociously strong, so it'll be very interesting to see how this second half pans out, and if/when any team scores.
Yeah, it would be... Oh, we've got a foul just there. Bit of
Unsportsmanlike conduct, nice. From 2 minutes from number 4.
Is it number 4?
Number 4, Natalie Hindale, I believe. Looks like.
We'll just
Let's
have a look out our window.
Peek.
Oh, that's number 1.
Number 1, Samantha Blackham.
Now, I don't know
poor
much
thing.
about Samantha. Do you, Elise?
I do. So she is one of the younger players we've got, but a Western Australian. So
Very strong
very
state
strong.
for those of you not from Australia.
Oh, and there was a South African now as well. Was there?
Oh, interesting. Perhaps.
Yeah, it looks like someone just got in.
Oh, must have missed that.
Oh, sorry, guys. We can only see what is on the screens, unfortunately. But South Africans making a bit of a drive up the wall there. The Australians probably not that happy with that.
It looks like it's coming back into the Australian defence.
It is number 3, Ella Croft, it looks like, is taking that one out.
Just got a foul there.
Fouls again against
Looks
the
like some
Australians.
chopping there against the Australians.
So the South Africans definitely wanting to capitalise on this and put the pressure on the Australians and hopefully get that goal. Getting some fresh legs in there, which is what you want.
What do you think the Australians should be looking to do right now, Elise?
Oh, clear it out for sure. So just take that one down the walls if they can. But those South Africans really pushing it towards the goal tray.
And you can see that classic South Australian strength there as they barrel through the centre.
It does look like the Australians might be keeping
Oh,
them out.
and an
Good
excellent
flick
steal there.
Yeah, who's that one? Looks like it could be Maggie Biffin. The South Africans, though, just still really wanting to drive it back in, but the Australians not letting them. Some big flicks there. And they, lovely flick there from the Australians. Clearing it out.
But again, some good driving from the South Africans, going back into that safe corner, but they'll be looking to rip it out.
There's some great double teaming there from number 1, Danielle.
Yeah, and well done there, number 3, Ella Croft, bringing it back out. We are back into that corner now.
Back in the corner. Both teams really desperate to either get it in or clear it out. Number 9 there, Gabrielle Larson. So she is one of the younger players, but super duper strong as well as crazy fast.
It's excellent to see how far Gabby and some of the other young girls have come since being selected for this team in January.
Looks like number 8 there, Jessica Cohen is clearing it out.
And we've got a foul called up there.
Looks like we've got
some barging there from the South
against
Africans.
The ref's not happy with that. So the Australians definitely want to clearing this one out.
This is a good opportunity that the Australians will want to capitalise on, getting it out of their defence and up into the South African defence.
South Africans getting some fresh legs in. And big swim there from the Australians. Really taken to the centre, which is an interesting move.
Yeah, certainly not one I would have been making. I would have been looking right for the wall there.
Right for the walls,
but maybe they know something we don't.
Now Helen taking it for a massive drive there. Just using her strength to her advantage. And
and that will be a goal for South Africa.
South Africans. Looks like number... What number was that?
Number 1 there, it looks like.
Number 1, Danelle. So she is one of the more experienced South Africans, yes. So she is one of the more experienced players. This is her second Worlds, I believe.
I don't know too much about the under-19 South Africans, unfortunately.
I know she was in Spain.
She may well have been in Hungary as well.
She may well have been in Hungary. But great move there from number 1.
Yeah, and just a fantastic play from the entire team there.
Her, yep.
Just, as you could see, so much double teaming, triple teaming as they fought to get that puck in the tray. Wonderful work from the South African forwards.
Yeah, very fast in the strike there. Great work from the South Africans.
Looks like that goal might have been just what the South Africans needed to give them a bit of energy coming into this second half.
The Australians are really driving up the middle and wanting to capitalise on this, maybe using that angry, nervous energy they have from being scored against.
And the Aussies as well will be firing to get a retaliation goal now.
Sometimes what can happen is a team will be driven by being scored against.
Yeah, it can really go either way. Either it'll crush you and you'll concede another 5 goals, or you'll fight so much harder to get another one.
So it will be very interesting to see how the next 9 minutes and 51 seconds pan out.
Indeed. Now we've just got a foul there.
Against the... What was that?
Against the South Africans there. A bit of barging.
So the Australians definitely wanting to capitalise on this.
Oh, we've got a ref's timeout now. Looks like perhaps 2 of them have seen some different things. Oh.
Against the Australians. We'll call this one for...
Looks like there might have been a lot of barging going on just then.
Well, both girls probably quite frustrated with this game, quite tired. It looks like it has been a very hard game this
Yeah,
one.
it's one of the games that, in fact, coaches' timeouts will be very useful just to give the girls some breathing time, just to collect their thoughts, have a breath, think about how they're going to take on the final minutes of this game.
Now both teams scrambling to get down on that wall. Lots of double teaming there, which is great work from both teams.
Looks like, and the Australians are bringing it
massive
out.
drive there from the Australians, but the South Africans just shutting it down.
And it's going back to the wall. Looks like South Africa's moving over into their safe territory.
South Africa maybe wanting to kill time here a bit and either wear out the Australians or just prevent them from scoring really for the next 8 minutes.
Yeah, and perhaps the Australians should be looking to move the puck around the court a little more and just wear down the South Africans. While they are strong, perhaps the Australians should be capitalising on their strengths. Their speed and their ability to move the puck around certainly, I think, is being underutilised at the moment.
Now the ref's just hopping out there.
Yeah. Risking life and limb for the sake of this humble sport. They do so. They really do. We owe so much to these refs.
Yeah. We We do joke around a bit, but
Yeah.
they are fantastic, these refs. Now, what have we got there?
We're playing a bit of advantage there.
Advantage, and one of the refs making a call, not that happy with what he's seen. So it looks like
That will be
against the
gloving.
Australians,
Yep.
gloving.
And as we've said, it's just so easy to glove along the wall here.
Very easy up these walls, yeah.
Now it looks like we're calling a timeout.
Timeout for the South Africans.
And again, very strategic to call this now while they're on the back foot, just to get a breath back.
It is, so both teams either wanting to get some fresh legs in or just give the girls a break a bit.
Just grabbing a
really.
breath.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, not really. Fantastic game though we've seen so far.
This is, I've been in here streaming a lot of these games, and I've seen a lot of games played, and this is one of the best of the tournament so far, without a doubt.
Both teams really desperate to get a goal really, and
Such fight from both teams. It's just so impressive from these young women, some of them as young as perhaps 13 or 14.
the RSA really great in the attack and Australians really great in the defense. So
Yeah. And our refs as well have been spot on with all of their calls, really on the ball. Super impressive right at the end of our day as well. It's just past 7 o'clock here in Hobart.
it is. It's been a full day of comp, but both teams still firing, ready to go. Now lots of numbers on the bottom, which is definitely what you want to see.
And just in the right of your screen, you can see a player just hovering, waiting for that puck to spill out so she can go on a big swim. Fortunately, it doesn't look like that's played off this time, but she was certainly in a great position.
It does. So it looks like South Africa's getting a bit of a drive on, but again, on these walls, it really is anyone's game. Both teams are fighting tooth and nail just to keep it on there.
Yeah, and though we can't see much on that wall, we can see it is definitely being held on that wall.
So we are playing advantage, looks like.
And there we go, there's a switch.
Yeah, big swap.
One of the first of the game. I would say when it's along that wall, it is certainly to the South Africans' advantage, and I'd say they have controlled this game just a bit more than the Australians.
Yeah, great control there from the South Africans. They are now Helen not so happy, having a chat to the refs.
Yeah. But that will be a call against South Africa. Didn't quite catch what that was, but undoubtedly something naughty.
At this point, though, it really is anyone's game. RSA does have the 1 point advantage, but those Australians are getting dangerously close to their goals, and I'm sure are very fired up.
As we can see, every single woman on the bottom of the ground just there looking to put it in, but
Lots
it's
of
been
them-
swum out by the South Africans.
Didn't catch what number that was. I think it may have been number 12.
Yeah, some great swimming from her as she clears it to their wall.
They are very strong on the wall.
They are
South
very
Africans.
strong, but as we've seen, they are also quite speedy once they get going.
Dream team. Now both teams putting the pressure on.
See Maggie Biffin, the vice captain, just hovering there, waiting for a chance to take it.
Now it looks like their halfback didn't catch the number, but is just trying to cut the walls with that one there. Maggie Biffin again holding on the walls, trying to take it out.
Now, unfortunately, we do only have 4 cameras in the water, so there are a few dead spots in the pool that we just can't quite see. You can always use your imagination for those ones.
It looks like the RSA is getting a tiny bit of a drive, but Maggie Biffin, was that
And some excellent strength there from number 7, Lily.
really good on you, Lil. Now number 13 there, Katarina just wanting to steal up the wall, but the RSA girls are not giving it to her.
Yeah, and you can just see that enormous power of the South Africans along that wall as the Australians
Yeah.
fighting so hard to clear it there, but just so strong along that wall.
Now both teams really fighting for it, but it looks like the RSA might be a tiny bit stronger.
And this would be an excellent opportunity for the Australians to take a switch,
Yeah,
or
lining up on that one there.
or just take it back down the wall like they just did. That was some wonderful play. But it looks
Number
like,
4, it looks like Natalie Irondale taking it
yeah,
out.
and that'll just be coming through the centre corridor now.
RSA having a fantastic drive up on that one there.
Yeah, looking a bit dangerous for the Australians, but well cleared. But it seems the ref's seen a bit of barging against the Australians there.
So both teams, I'm sure, are getting pretty cranky and tired this time of the game.
Yeah, and certainly some desperations for the Aussies now. They've been so close so many times, but just haven't quite been able to sink it in.
Especially in the first half, really close in the goal trays there, but they just haven't been
Yeah.
able to sink it, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they have been strong on the back foot, and they will be really hungry for that last goal now.
Oh yeah. If they could just get a goal in the next 4 minutes, that would really Really
It would
fire the
be
girls
just
up.
wonderful if they could tie with the South Africans, who are, of course, the defending
Helen, though,
champions.
taking this one here. Huge flick from her. But great defending by the Australians. The South Africans, though, taking it to the wall. 2 girls on her, though. That's incredible work. That looks like Ella Croft there.
That was well fought by number 8. That was Jess Cowan.
Sorry. Is it Cowan or Cowan?
Jess Cowan.
Ah.
I think. I'm very sorry, Jess, if I'm saying your name
Now
wrong.
the Australians driving up. The South Africans, though, not happy with that and trying to take that onto the wall. Probably just killing time here, but there are lots of bathers down there.
That was excellent work from the Australians, just really backing each other up well
Lots
now.
of support here, which is what you want to see. But South Africans, though, just stealing it out. and
Seems
taking
the
it
ref
to the
might have
wall.
seen something he didn't like, though. Oh, and there'll be a 1-minute kick out for number 6.
Looks like. So number 6, Callista Paik, I believe. I'm
Not
sorry
too
if I butchered
sure.
that name, but,
Not too sure what she's done there, but she will be out.
yeah,
And that is their captain as well, so this will be a great opportunity. The Australians looking to really sink that puck in now with only...
Australians dangerously close to the goals. They'll be wanting to put the pressure on. A huge flick by the Australians. A lot of numbers on the bottom, though. Don't know if they're going to get it in.
That looks like it might just have been cleared there. Come on, Australia. Oh, and they're coming up.
Refs have called something, I believe.
Let's
what
see.
Have we got? Let's have a look.
And that looks... Oh, they're calling a timeout here.
Refs timeout.
Seems
so
perhaps one ref thinks it's a goal and the other might not.
both teams, though, looking quite tired this time of the game. Ooh.
Now he's saying... We've got one ref saying perhaps play on. Another saying...
Could be barging.
Oh, and we're getting
Ooh.
perhaps a call for a penalty goal there.
You know, it'd be sick. 2-on-1. Ooh. Is that a penalty goal?
Now that will be a...
Now,
Now we're just waiting here. Is that a penalty goal or a penalty shot?
I don't know.
It looks to me like they're setting up for a penalty shot. It'll be very... Who do you think might take this one, Elise?
Ooh, I really hope. I think Natalie Irondale for sure.
And perhaps Maggie
Perhaps
Biffin, are we looking
So
at?
the captain and
Yeah.
vice.
Two very strong
It
players
looks like,
there.
though, number 7.
That will be Lily Ladd
That is, so
McGovern.
Lily Ladd McGovern and Natalie Irondale. both
Yeah,
very
now let's see how
experienced
these girls do.
players. This will be great to see against Helen, who is also herself very experienced. Helen down there. Now it looks like she's clearing it out,
And
but
that
the refs have seen
looks
something
to
they're
me-
not happy with.
No
No
goal.
goal, unfortunately. Helen's very happy with that. The Australians not so
Yeah,
much.
just wondering if the refs are going to clarify why we got no goal there.
I think it was glove.
It looked to be a call for gloving, but
It
perhaps
looked
a
to be
little
call
more
for gloving. The
confirmation
South Africans are very happy with that.
Anyway,
the
well
Australians not so
defended
much.
by
Yeah.
the South Africans. Of course, 2-on-1s are notoriously very
I
difficult
know,
to
Helen,
defend.
congratulations. You're my idol.
Yeah, and she may well have just saved the game for South Africa.
Yeah,
with
with
just
Australia.
just 1 minute left.
Quite
Oh no,
frustrated
hang on,
with
we're
that one
counting
there.
up now.
Ooh, are we? Yep, 3 minutes left.
So this game is still definitely live, with both teams having an opportunity to score another goal.
It looks like we've got some Natalie Irondale having some trouble with her mask. But both teams, lots of numbers on the bottom. The South Africans making a bit of a drive. A big swim there, taking it across the pool.
Australians using that centre corridor quite beautifully. That is
Yeah.
classic Australian play.
Great move there from the Australians, quite fast in the
Yeah.
bottom.
Something they haven't unfortunately been able to do too much this game, but certainly now the game is starting to open up with both teams getting quite tired.
Both teams are still playing quite intensely, so with less than 2 minutes, or just over 2 minutes, sorry. Both probably the South Africans wanting to kill some time here and tire out the Australians.
As we can see, they're taking it right back to the wall where they feel the safest.
Quite a few caps on top, unfortunately.
And we are coming back towards the Australian goals now,
It is the.
but that looks to be well defended.
It is the Australians looking like they're clearing it out, but we
And the
have
refs-
a ref call. He's not happy. What have we got?
Let's see what he's got to say.
Yep, that has been.
Yep,
is that
we've had a call.
Yep. That
We've got some barging against the
Against
Australians
the
now,
Australians.
unfortunately.
the girls probably quite tired and frustrated at this point in the game. It has been the South Africans' game, unfortunately. Or fortunately for the South Africans.
Fortunately, if you're a South African fan, we aren't biased at all.
No bias
No,
here.
no.
South Africans very strong in the walls, so it'll be interesting to see how the Australians react.
There's going to be a lot of lessons for both teams to take out of this.
Now, quite a few caps on top. Both teams
We can
are
see
quite
so many
tired.
caps under now. So impressive that they're still all going this late in the game.
So
The
quite
Australians doing a beautiful switch now through the middle.
intense. Yeah, they're getting it quite close to the RSA goal tray.
Looks like
The RSAs, though, just a little bit stronger, keeping it out. Maybe they want it a tiny bit more. Now that RSA backline, it looks like a three-way rotation could be. Not quite sure. Not a South African, but
some South African some South African attempt at a three-way rotation there.
yeah, I think they're three-way rotation.
Yeah, and they are holding it very strong in that corner there now, desperate to keep the Australians out of their tray for the last minute of the game.
Yeah, the Saffers probably wanting to just kill time here, but the Australians still trying to get that one in. Getting very close to the goal tray now, but those Saffers looks like they're just keeping it out a tiny bit.
Yeah, super impressive work from the South African defence now. Keep coming so close to scoring now, but the Saffers have just been able to push it out again and again.
Now,
We've got
is
a
that
call now.
They've got a call. Looks like number 3, Ella Croft.
Oh, and someone seems to have been hit quite hard
I think she
there.
may have been hit, yeah. Oh, the poor thing.
Yeah, she is not looking so good there. Good to see
Yeah.
so many people
Lots of love and
stepping up to
support.
assist her now.
But she may... Could be a headshot there, or... Headshot? That's really unfortunate. Don't know if it was called up, but she's not looking in the best of shape, unfortunately. We have the chief referee and some of the other refs with her there.
And the mother of underwater hockey herself, Sandra Milner, is stepping up to perform her doctoring duties.
Yeah, the game is paused for a bit. These things can happen, especially when it gets so intense.
But hopefully Ella's okay there and she's just been temporarily hurt.
Both teams, though, seem a little bit concerned.
All right, and we've got a call for an equal puck now back in the court.
God, I hope she's alright.
Yeah, rest assured Ella is in very safe hands with Sandra.
Yeah, Ella's in really good hands, so both teams playing on, hopefully not too shaken by Ella's
Yeah, we'll keep you updated on how Ella's going.
both teams though still trying to Australia trying to get that drive on. Don't know if the South Africans will let them though. Lots of numbers on the bottom, which is fantastic to see, but
Now we're just 4
4
seconds left. It looks like Australians won't
don't think
quite be
they're
able to
gonna do
sink
it,
that in.
unfortunately. The South Africans though played a fantastic game.
And as you can see, the South Africans
Very happy
celebrating,
with this
quite
game.
happy with that
Yeah.
game.
They did play amazingly, so
And I think the scores are a real reflection of how evenly matched
tense.
this team were.
what a good
Yeah.
game.
That would be one of the best games of the tournament so far, I think.
Yeah, so both teams, so whilst it did go South Africa's way, both teams should be very happy with this game. So they both did fantastically.
Yeah, and that's excellent to see.
It is.
Congratulations to South Africa for winning that one.
It is, so the defending world champions have done it again.
Yeah, but beautifully played by the Australians, and it's great to see them so competitive with
Yeah.
these other teams.
I'm sure both teams though will be able to keep up this intensity and have both a fantastic comp. because,
And
yeah,
they
both
and
do
they will be
good.
playing each other again sometime in the coming days. So a good opportunity for these two very strong teams to clash again.
We'll see if we can try and nab the commentating for that one again.
Yeah, and we'll just
pretty
see
fun.
now if we can go and get some interviews with some people. We do still have Ella on the side of the pool.
She is in fantastic hands though, but she doesn't look in the best of shape.
Yeah,
But
we'll
these
keep you
things-
updated
these
on
things
how
do
Ella's
happen,
going.
Unfortunately.
But we'll just see now if we can go grab some players for some interviews.
Yep. Well,
That's
we'll see
us
you
about
soon.
done on this game.
Thank you for being with me.
Yeah, thank
from-
you for coming in. We can see
From
that
Hobart with love, from wherever you're listening from.
we had almost 60 people watching, which is just so flattering. We're so honoured to be here with you.
All right. Well.
Yeah, we'll just go see if we can grab you some interviews now.
Let's skedaddle, Romy.
Yeah, great. Thanks, everyone.
That's Parko joining you here at on the Court 1 mic as we wait for the Australian and South African ladies to come and join us here at the Glory Days couch. South African ladies, the defending world champions, Well, I think they're defending world champions, but regardless, they've come out of this game 1-0 victors over Australia. One of the Australian ladies unfortunately got a little bit injured in that game, but I'm assured by our doctors on the pool deck here that she's fine as she sits up. And so a big thumbs up to all the support staff to make sure that our players are good to go. And we're just waiting on the first of the players to come in here and have a quick chat to us. Do you want to talk to me?
I don't know, do I?
Yeah, sure. Hello, what's your name?
Keandra.
Keandra, nice to meet you. I'm Stuart, and you guys won that game. How did you feel in that game?
Well, it was a tough game, but it was really fun.
Awesome, and what was the score?
Score was 1-0.
Yeah, okay, so really tough game, really hard fought, and obviously South Africa coming up with a victory there. Which of your teammates scored the winning goal? I'm going to take that as a you don't know.
Yes, I don't know.
And whereabouts in South Africa are you from?
Joburg.
Yeah, okay, now would you like to say anything for your players back home?
Yes, I just want to say to all those who are watching, especially my Oma and Opa, hello, and we miss you, and thank you for supporting us.
That's awesome, and thank you very much for your time on the Glory Days wrap-up today. Congratulations. Hello, and we've got one of the Australian young ladies here. A very hard-fought game there. What's your name?
Annika Keel.
Hello, Annika. I'm Stuart, and you guys went down 1-0, unfortunately. How was the game in there today?
It was such a tough game. It was really fun though, like really good competition, and yeah.
And I believe the South African Under-19 women's, are they the defending world champions at this tournament?
Yeah, definitely. So it was a really good match to play against 1-0, so that was really awesome effort, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, and especially on day two with about 6 days to go on the comp, and basically you got the whole competition ahead of you to make some improvements and see if you can beat them the next time round in the second round robin.
Yeah, I reckon we've got a little bit of improving to do, but we've all gelled together really nicely, and yeah, it's coming together really nicely.
That's awesome, and do you have anything you want to say to the locals in Hobart or Australia back home for you?
Go Aussies!
Yeah, nice one, and congratulations on a really hard-fought game today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, I'll chat to you later. That's it from us on the pool deck. Cheers.